Election integrity is being looked at here in Oklahoma and on the national level.
KOCO's Jason Berger joining us live tonight at the Capitol. Jason, you looked at a bill here in our state and also the SAVE Act in Congress there in D.C.
Yeah, guys, here in Oklahoma, the bill suggests a photo ID no matter what to go vote. But in Congress, they're looking at proof of citizenship just to register.
Are one of the very best states in the country for election integrity.
Representative Jim Olson's bill, HB 1005, was introduced last year, but it's now on the general order for the current legislative session. It proposes requiring a photo ID in order to vote starting in 2027. And currently, that's not required in Oklahoma across the board.
You can actually just show a voter ID card which doesn't have a picture. So it adds a little bit of security to that.
For most people, that simply means a driver's license. But his bill also would require Service Oklahoma and the state election board to create a photo ID voter card that someone could go get with their existing voter registration.
If you don't happen to have it, the state will provide it for you.
Meanwhile, other legislation aimed at election integrity is making its way through the congressional process. You may have heard of the SAVE Act, or the Safeguard American Voter Eligibility Act.
Some people don't have proof of their citizenship, for example, the birth certificate. So I do think it's a good thing for us to work toward. I think there's some details that still have to be worked out.
It would make voters prove they are U.S. citizens when they register to vote by presenting a U.S. passport, a birth certificate, a naturalization certificate, or another form of government-issued ID proving citizenship. A simple driver's license wouldn't be enough. The SAVE Act was brought up by Senator James Lankford from the Senate floor in Washington Wednesday.
But Democrats demanded that ICE agents not go into polling places, which, by the way, is why we want to bring the Save America Act up next week.
However, the Brennan Center for Justice says this would lower voter numbers all around because of the bill's requirement that voters who register by mail have to present their proof of citizenship in person. And on their website, the center said in part, quote, "There's a direct relationship between the ease of registration and the number of voters on the rolls. Some American citizens, even those who can access citizenship documents, will not register and will not turn out to vote if they can't register online or by mail." And if the SAVE Act becomes law, those new rules would go into effect for the 2028 election. In Oklahoma City, Jason Berger, KOCO 5 News.